I was glad when I discovered that this episode doesn't actually have anything to do with spiders. Let's get to it, shall we?
Will you stop the clatter, you bubble-headed booby?
The Outer Limits.
Four young men have gone missing, and once a few coincidences about their backgrounds become evident, the United States Space Security Agency gets involved, because whenever people go missing, we can't rule out alien abduction. All four were born in the same place, Spider County, have deadbeat dads who left when they were born, and share the middle name of Eros, which we are told is also the name of a planet within the Krell galaxy that orbits the Orion constellation. Do none of the writers know how astronomy works? There is a fifth man who fits the specific profile, but he's still around, about to be tried for murder. This young man, Ethan, insists he is innocent, but the police take him from his cell in handcuffs, give him blue balls, and then start driving him somewhere else, with a space security agent lagging behind in pursuit. Along the way, a well-dressed insect man steps in front of the car and displays his alien superpowers, the ability to smudge the camera lens and steal sound effects from George Pal. He transforms into an old white dude and leads Ethan away from the crash into the woods, not being terribly forthcoming with information. He promises to take Ethan away to a better place, but Ethan refuses to leave without at least saying goodbye to his girlfriend, Anna. The alien reluctantly agrees to make a quick detour to the girl's farm, where he lets it slip that he's actually Darth Vader.
I'm your father.
Ethan insists that his girlfriend has to come with him or he won't go. Just then, Anna's father appears with a rifle, only to be brainwashed into submission. The space security agent tails the trio to an isolated barn and listens in as the alien explains the truth. Ethan and the four missing men are all half-human hybrids made for the express purpose of giving a dying alien race the ability to dream. You know, I've heard that a lot of the alien abduction mythos originated from episodes of The Outer Limits, and I'm starting to believe it. Of course, the writer of this episode only has an alien's understanding of how people talk to one another, so maybe this was some kind of secret alien confession by the writer. Anna's father, whose brainwashing has worn off, confronts the alien, only to find himself vaporized. Understandably horrified by this turn of events, Ethan and Anna refuse to go with the alien any further, and as they try to run away together, they are caught by the police, and Ethan finds himself once again in a jail cell. The space security agent pays him a visit, though, and accurately predicts that the alien will make one last attempt to take Ethan away. He tells Ethan to accept the offer when it comes. Sure enough, Ethan's dad comes back and explains that aliens are superior because they're not murderers. They just occasionally make people stop existing, which is totally different. Ethan then goes with him back into the forest, where the other four missing young men are waiting in a zombie-like stupor. This time, though, the space security agent is tracking Ethan and closes in, just as Ethan's dad exposes the secret radio transmitter Ethan had hidden in his stylish jean jacket. He isn't mad at his son, though, just disappointed. The agent and a group of cops burst in on the scene, but are frozen in place by the alien. Ethan then gives a defense of humanity, calls his dad a murdering hypocrite, and convinces the other abductees to resist. The alien briefly entertains the idea of murdering Ethan before leaving empty-handed, no doubt to tell his people that they can blow up the Earth now. This is another one of those stories that has a lot of potential that it doesn't really live up to. It could have given a sci-fi spin to a very human story about absent fathers, and if Ethan had really been tempted by the offer to go with his alien daddy before realizing what a bastard he was, the episode could have played out in an emotionally satisfying, if not poignant way. Unfortunately, the writing doesn't seem to know what it's trying to do, the characters are poorly realized, the dialogue is beyond awful, and this might just be the worst acting I've seen from the show thus far.
Don't you see it's wrong to run? It makes you look guilty.
I already look guilty to everyone but you.
I want to like it, I really do. But in the end, I just can't go on this journey. And that's all I have on The Children of Spider County. Now, as always, do all those YouTubey things and check out my Patreon and all that other good stuff. But until next time, this is the Unapologetic Geek telling you to never be ashamed of what you love, as long as you're not hurting anybody.